Oh, that was a shit clap, but we're back. We are back once again. Holy shit. I have missed this. I've been away for like a week. So, oh my god, I had stuff to do. I had assignments to catch up on and had Legends Arceus to play, so I was away for a week. But I missed this. So I was like, I wanted to do this. I was like, I want to do more. Like, oh, the chapter came out. It came out the same day as Legends Arceus, and I was like, I really want to talk about it, but I really want to play this game. What am I gonna do? So I was like, all right. So it's like Saturday now. So we're talking about this now. Let's go. It was a fucking fantastic chapter. Like that Friday was a banger. We got a One Piece chapter. We got a Arceus game, a Pokemon game. Like that was a banger fucking Friday. Going down in the history of the banger Fridays. The banger Hall of Fame. Really cool chapter. And those kid stands and law stands were eaten. So, you know what I mean? And of course, the most fantastic, the most marvelous, climactic, and orgasmist, orgasmilist, a fight in the series, scratch that, of all time, real or fictional, Raizo versus Fuku Okaju continued for another chapter. It was glorious, fantastic, and almost made me cry. We see once again that Raizo has the paralyzation jutsu, Naruto style, fucking Shikamaru ripoff, and they're just gonna die in a heat fire. Like they're gonna boil like Odin. You can't eat Odin if it's not boiled. Oh Jesus, I honestly I'm starting to love this fight just for the actual hilarity of it. And I funny enough, I saw on Twitter someone was like the character development because Raizo has a panel where he's like, I can't stand this heat when Odin's like boiling and he's like on top of the thing, and then it's like now he's just silent when he's in like the same type of heat, and he's just fucking silent, like panting, just taking it, and it's like the character development. He really is the best scabbard and the most developed character in all of One Piece. Clap and a half for Raizo. Clap and a half for Raizo. But no, seriously, we got a really good chapter this week. We got a good cover story trying to show us some conflict and some consequences of the whole cake situation with the two of the brothers. I can't remember their names. Getting kidnapped. The green-haired one and the blue-haired one. Niji and Yonji, I think. There we go. Got it. They got kidnapped, and now that was the cover story. That was cool. I don't have much to say on the cover story yet. I may talk about it as a whole when it's done or halfway through or whatever, so we'll see. I don't have much to say. Sorry. Sorry about that. Just had some chicken dinner, so bit hiccupy or whatever. But now this chapter mainly boiled down to a few things. We got Yamato basically getting to the armory, and that was cool, but not much to say there. The two major things that this motherfucking chapter was, we got I was gonna say Raizo again, fucking Izo against the CP0, because the CP0 run into Izo, and Izo's just kind of standing there, and then they're talking. They're like, the CP0 are like, we'll be generous enough to let you go, Izo, because we're searching after one of those straw hat fellows, you see, and we can't waste our time on a former Whitebeard pirate. And then actually Oda does this fantastic thing. He this fantastic panel of Izo turning his head, and it's obviously it's zoomed into his face. He's like, you kind of like his "you shall not pass" moment. He was like, "You shall not pass," and then we're gonna get Izo versus the CP0, and I am excited for this because more so than Drake, it's gonna show their ceiling. It's gonna show where they can reach, because Izo and all the scabbards are as strong or stronger than Whole Cake Luffy. So at this point, what we're saying is, if they can beat Izo handily, they could beat Whole Cake Luffy handily, and probably most of the Straw Hats, which I think is good. It's a good power level. It's a good power level. It's a good standing. It's kind of in the top 40 standing, I'd say, is where that would put them in terms of general power for probably like the middle of the rank CP0 because we probably don't know the heads of them yet. We don't even know where Rob Lucci stands. So it's really fucking interesting. Oh, it's so exciting. This gives me some really interesting ideas of what might happen because I think this is the real fight that shows their capabilities. And this also means I think Robin's not getting kidnapped because we're gonna see Izo do some shit. We're gonna have some guns in One Piece, some bam 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 and a bam 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 and a bam 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 bam. You know? Like that's gonna be sick. But anyway, on to the major part of the chapter. The fantastic. Oh, I love this part. It was so cool. I like Law. I like Law. Law's like amazing. But I think there's parts of me that thought he was kind of underutilized in 1.0. But no, he got his shit. He got his cool badass I am Law moment in this chapter where let's relive the glory for a second. We get Big Mom towering over them like the Yonko should be portrayed as, and she has this menacing style like this, right? Like this, yeah. Real menacing fucking smile. You know, like she should look. She looks like fucking Jekyll and Hyde, right? And actually, in one of the panels, this is fantastic. Oda gets rid of her pimples, and it's like a flaming eye, and it looks so cool. But then we get this big, huge page of Law pulling an Asuma, right? Like, so you know the way Asuma has these things like he extends his blades with chakra. It was like that, but with Law's sword, and it just extends right into her fucking arm. Like, bam, like right into her bloody arm. Like, what the hell? That was so fucking cool. It was like, what? Oh, I'm so, that was so cool. And then, like, he did shock will or something, and it like shocks her entire body. Like this was some cool ass shit, some creative cool ass shit, and being like similar. Wait, let me just look at that again. Did I miss this? Did he put it in her head as well? Oh no, it went through her arm and through her head. I didn't see this when I was first reading it. What the fuck? That is so cool. It went through the other side of her ear, man. Oh, that's cool. And then he falls to the ground. And Kid stands back up and fucking Punk Chrono Dino. Fucking bam. Like, Kid's cool. Kid's pretty cool. Anything with like punk metal aesthetic, you know, pretty cool. But like, all his attacks are literally just giant. Like, all of his new attacks are bigger metal fist. Right? The way Oda draws Kid is pretty cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the art makes Kid a lot more cooler than he actually probably is. Because Kid's attacks aren't that interesting. They're just very powerful and destructive, which I think works for his character. They're very straightforward and destructive, which works a lot, because you can't have all three of them being creative. You know? So I think it's good for Kid, because Kid's just a straight up powerhouse. He doesn't need hockey, whatever. He'll just fucking quantity over quality is Kid's kind of motto in terms of what he's been portrayed as, and it's really, really cool. This chapter has just been pure. Like, there's a lot of cool shit in this chapter. But I will say it's a bit weird, to be fair, because they keep talking about, like, obviously they keep talking about how the emperors aren't invincible, which I understand. This is actually great to see, because a lot of people don't understand, right? This arc, Big Mom's arc, was the arc to see how formidable a Yonko was. Because they couldn't fight. They had to run. They could not fight an emperor. They had to run from her territory. Luffy had to try and be stealthy for the first time in the entire series. So, that was to show the magnitude of an emperor. Wano was to show this generation getting to that ceiling, getting to that point. You know what I mean? And I am just so excited to see what they do with it, because we're getting that where it's like Kid makes his whole speech. I bet anything Kaido is reaching his limit up there, but I give it long enough, even mountains can be worn down by rain. They say emperors are invincible, do they? What a joke! There's no such thing! It's a massive ball, even bigger than. Oh, this shit was funny. I have a great time reading these chapters out loud. That it does be funny, and then we get a thing at the very end where it's like, I don't care if it kills me. You're not reaching that roof, and it's like they just seem like Luffy's subordinates at this point. I know they're not. I think Law may become like May at some point. But Kid's never going to. But it really does. They have like some confidence in Luffy now all of a sudden after he got Advanced Conquerors. And it's like a confidence where it's like, I can't beat this anymore, so let's go along with it. You know? And I don't know. I want Kid to be more. I want Kid to just keep going until it kills him. You know? I want him to be that type of character. He just keeps going until one day, literally at the end of the arc, right? Not the end of the arc, but whenever Kid is like done, right? Whether it's against Shanks, against Blackbeard, against Akainu. Hell, actually, you know what would be cool, right? If the Blackbeard, right? Luffy is going to beat Blackbeard at some point. But what if Kid goes up against him first? And Kid just gets... Kid, like, he does a decent amount. He does pretty well. But his body just gives out. He's been going straight on, and just not... Like, he's literally been a bull in a china shop. Pardon my rudeness, but that's literally what he's been. Or pardon the bad pun, sorry. That's literally what he's been. A bull in a china shop. And he's stopped. Maybe it's not even Blackbeard. Maybe his body just gives out. And I think that'd be so cool. I'm just really excited. This chapter just got me really excited. And to have this and Pokemon Legends come out, I was like, let's go. I'm like really excited, real hyped, you know? Real fucking hyped for this shit. Fantastic chapter. I'm gonna give you this reminder just because, you know, the week that's in it. Read One Piece. Everybody. Read some One Piece. Get everyone to read One Piece, alright? Do O'Hara's little weekly reminders on Twitter. Get the entire One Piece community doing it. You know, get everyone saying your weekly reminder to read One Piece, and then, you know, we'll get somewhere. We'll get the US president reading One Piece by the end of the year, alright? Oh, did you see that where he was like, you son of a bitch? That was funny. That was hilarious. But anyway, Oda, those break weeks were mad, but you always come back with a banger. And some mad art this week. Some mad art. Oh my god, Big Mom looks so menacing here. And I think a lot of people haven't seen her like this in a while. But she looks like she should. And it's been really cool. But with that being said, if you want more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. I just do whatever the fuck I want, to be honest. This is a mainly One Piece focus for now, because that's what I'm passionate about at the moment. And honestly, I was really excited because I hadn't been back for a while. So if it was too hyper for you, it's not usually as hyper. I bring it down a decibel or two. I honestly though, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Yeah. I'll have a cup of tea, so I can't do the whole cheers thing, but yeah. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright. Oh, I'm fucking idiot.